So what's up guys, this is Vaibhav Oberoi, a Python developer. Welcome to my new YouTube channel Tech Power Coders. On this auspicious day of Mahashivratri, with the blessings of Lord Shiva, I am back again with a very interesting video on Sudoku solver using deep learning and image processing in Python. So do watch this video till the end guys, and I hope you'll like it, so let's go.
Hi guys, my name is Narayan and today we will be discussing the detection and the extraction of a Sudoku from an image. So for that we will be using a webcam, and the webcam will give us the video feed. From the video feed we will be taking images by images, and then we will be detecting if those images contain a Sudoku or not, and then we will move to the extraction step. So for the detection we will have to train a classification model based on CNN, convolutional neural networks. As you can see in here, we will be using TensorFlow and Keras library for training the model, and we will be it is a supervised learning algorithm. In training, in the training we will be providing images with the labels and them that is a Sudoku image or a not Sudoku, and based on that we will be training the model based on the images. Then we will be coming to Sudoku finder. As you can see in here, we'll be using the CV2 Python library to find to find the Sudoku and extract it. For that, we'll be using the contour function, function in the CV2 library. And it what does contour does? It basically detects the edges of the sharp edges in the image and gives us a contour area based on that. And as you can see here, this contour area is greater than 9,000. For that, we will just check if it is greater than 9,000 or not. We want the image to be big enough so that it will be clear and visible. We don't want the contour area to be less than 9,000. If it will be less than 9,000, it will be a very small image and will not be clear. So, and when we find the Sudoku image using contours, we will need to extract it. So we will crop the image as we have already got the points from the contours. So we will extract the image and we will get the extracted image. Thank you. Hi guys, as you can see that in my hand it is a Sudoku which I have had drawn on a notebook. So we will first try detect it and then extract it. So let's try this, and see, we have detected the image and now we will be extracting it. And as you can see, we have successfully extracted the Sudoku image from the image. Thank you.
So once we have extracted the Sudoku, our extracted Sudoku image will somewhat look like this. So this is the image of our extracted Sudoku piece, in which the extra part of the paper is completely removed. Now the next step is to extract each of the individual boxes of this Sudoku image. So to accomplish this task, we have this extract boxes function. So this is the extract boxes function, and it will take the extracted Sudoku image as the input and will give the thresholded image as the output. So the thresholded image is the image of the extracted boxes of this Sudoku piece, and once all the boxes are extracted, so our final extracted image of the final extracted boxes will somewhat look like this. So this is the image of our final extracted boxes of the original Sudoku piece, and here in some of the boxes numbers are present and some of the boxes are empty. So till now we have extracted the Sudoku and all the individual boxes present in it. Now the next very important step is to recognize all the digits which are present in these extracted boxes. So for recognizing all the digits which are present in these boxes, I have trained a deep learning model using the very famous MNIST dataset, and in Python this MNIST dataset can be imported from the Keras library. And apart from the Keras library, I have also used other very famous Python modules such as CV2 and NumPy for image processing, sklearn for the model selection, and matplotlib for plotting the accuracy and loss graph of this model. So this is the complete code of the model training, And now let's see the accuracy and the loss graph for this model. So this is the accuracy graph of this model, and here you can see that the accuracy is more than 98%. To be more accurate, it is around 99.5%. And this is the loss graph of this model. Here loss means the error percentage. So here you can see that the error is less than 0.1%. So these graphs tell how accurate and precise our model will work to recognize all the digits which are present in these boxes. Okay, so now we are going to test whether our main Sudoku solving algorithm is working correctly or not. So for computing the solution of the Sudoku, we have used the backtracking algorithm, and in this backtracking algorithm, we will be tracking the entries by referencing the parameter rows and columns. So for doing this, I have some unsolved Sudoku matrices with me. So these are some of the unsolved Sudoku matrices, and now what I am going to do is I will be passing all these unsolved Sudoku matrices as an input to our algorithm, and we'll see whether our algorithm is able to produce the correct output or not. So let's copy the first unsolved Sudoku matrix. Yes, so I have copied it. Now I'm going to run this solver file. Okay, so now pasting this matrix. Now let's see whether our algorithm is able to produce the correct solved Sudoku matrix or not. So yes, here you can see that our algorithm has produced the correct output. So now, now testing our algorithm for one more unsolved Sudoku matrix. So now let's copy this. Okay. So now I'm again running this file, pasting this matrix, and let's see. So yes, here you can see that our algorithm has produced the correct output for both of these unsolved Sudoku matrices. So this way only we can pass all these remaining unsolved Sudoku matrices as an input to our algorithm, and we will be getting the solved Sudoku matrices. So now the next step is going to be very interesting. In the next step, I'll be scanning the unsolved Sudoku image in the first frame, and we will be getting the solved Sudoku in another frame. Okay, so now you'll be actually loving this part, because in this part you will be seeing the complete working of all the files linked together. So now I'll be scanning the unsolved Sudoku image, and we will be getting the solved Sudoku and the thresholded image in different frames. Now let's run this main.py file. So here my face cam will be disabled because both the frames and my face cam cannot work simultaneously. So now let's run this file. Okay, so here I'll be scanning the Sudoku image. Yeah, so here you can see that our Sudoku solver has detected and extracted this input image, and very soon our output frame will be there in front of you where you can see the solved Sudoku image. Yeah, so here it is. Yeah, so here you can see that both the solved Sudoku image, Sudoku frame, and the thresholded image is there in front of you. So yeah, in the previous part, I have already explained that what is this thresholded image. Like all the extracted boxes are collectively clubbed together, and this thresholded image is formed. So this way, our complete Sudoku solver is working. So in this image, numbers are slightly shifted upwards, and here you can see that the numbers which are represented in purple color are the computed digits of this Sudoku, and the numbers which are represented in yellow color are the initial digits of this Sudoku. So I hope guys you all are loving this stuff, and if you have not liked this video till now, do give it a like and subscribe to my channel Tech Power Coders. And in the next part, you will see the complete working of this Sudoku solver implemented in the form of a web application.
Hi guys, This is Shubhangi and here is the final web app. As you can see, this is the front end and this front end has been created using simple HTML. About the backend, I have created the backend using Flask, but before creating a Flask server, I have created a class that has been used in creating a camera object that will be rendering everything that has been captured by the webcam. So coming back to the server, I have created two routes. The first route will be rendering this home page and the second route will be used in rendering everything that is being captured by the webcam. So let's see how this application actually works. So here is the code for that class that will be used for creating that camera object. Here is the code for the server and these are the two routes. This route will be used for rendering home page and this route will be used for rendering everything that is being captured by the webcam. And here is the code for the front end. Now we'll be launching the web app. So go to terminal, new terminal here and navigate to server folder. Now use this command for launching the web app. So here's the final working web app. Now I'll be putting the Sudoku in front of the webcam to see if the application actually recognizes Sudoku and solves it correctly. So here is the Sudoku. As you can see, the Sudoku has been solved and the numbers in red are the numbers that have been calculated by the solver, but the numbers in pink are the numbers that were already given in the Sudoku. So that's it for the working of the Sudoku solver.
I hope guys you all enjoyed watching this video. This was a team project and it wasn't possible to design this project so well and implement it as a web application without the teamwork of Narayan and Shubhangi. I'll attach the GitHub repository link for the complete code of this project in the video description below, and you can connect with me and with my teammates on LinkedIn. I'll attach our social media handles in the video description below. And if you want to learn Python programming from the scratch, you can follow this channel Youth Nation Coders. Here you will learn the in-depth concepts of Python fundamentals, object-oriented programming language, and data structures using Python. So guys, if you have found this video innovative, do like this video and subscribe to my channel Tech Power Coders for more of such interesting and innovative videos. Thank you.